dang, like if you have a vision and you know, it really just take money to back it. You know what I'm saying? So once I got my brand off the ground, people are now seeing like what I really could do.
Right.
It wasn't, this ain't no facade. Like I'm really like that when it comes to this fashion stuff. And I'm proving it every time that I'm showcasing new stuff. They're like, damn, that's
He drop it again, sold it out.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's like, man, I'm really just getting started. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't even nowhere near like, you know, what I'm about to be doing in the future and how I want my brand to be.
What's good, y'all? Manifestors episode number 14.
14, bro.
Listen, we here now. This your boy Tay.
It's your boy Dev.
And we got a very special guest today. You want to introduce yourself?
I'm Engineered By Dre, also known as VeryOrganicDré.
That's it. He is him. No, he's him.
Nah, like look at the shirts.
I mean, what we wearing right
him.
now? He's him.
That guy.
But no, shoot. So what? If we can really dive right in, for real. Like, who is Dre as a person? Let's start there. Like, who are you? Like, where you come from? Where'd you grow up? Type of thing. We understand what Very Organic by Dre is, but like, where'd you start at?
Yeah, so I'm born and raised from Ypsilanti, Michigan. I'm a fashion engineer turned fashion designer. That's kind of what I go by right now. Yeah, I'm just all around just a cool dude, I guess. You know? I really don't know how to explain that. Yeah.
So what really inspired Very Organic by Dre though? Like what inspired your brand and Engineering by Dre?
The biggest inspiration was just my journey of trying to get an engineering degree. Like I got a mechanical engineering degree. It took me 10 years to get a mechanical engineering degree, a long time, you know. And then I said, I wanted to try something like what I'm really passionate about. I was always into clothes. Everybody kind of knew that, you know. So I'm like, what if I just made clothes and I just started designing. Got on YouTube and started learning how to do things for real.
Yeah. But I mean, even on top of that though, like it ain't no overnight process. So I would assume that like it took some great detail into it, like separating from people, whether it's friends, family type of situations. So what really pushed you to make that next move? I mean, that shit it don't happen overnight.
No, yeah. What pushed me to do it, it was just really just wanting different, Like I feel like last year, because I just started actually this year. In March of this year is when I did my first launch. I got like all the business side of things done in January of this year. That's when I got my LLC, my EIN, all of that good stuff. But when it comes to like, all right, I'm going to just go ahead and make it a brand, I didn't start that until November of last year, 2022. That's when I said, all right, I'm going to come in next year, I'm going to start a brand. That's literally what I just randomly said it. And what kind of pushed me to do that is when I was following a lot of influencers who actually make content for like how to start a clothing brand. Yeah. And they just kind of influenced me to do it. They gave me a lot of free game. One good guy I was following was the Real Tez and my guy Hollywood Shaq. I know a lot of my supporters already know Hollywood Shaq. Just even if they don't know him through TikTok, they'll know him through me for sure. Because I'm always posting Shaq. So they put me hip to a lot of different avenues of how to start a brand. They had these free master classes, and I just took the knowledge they gave me and used the knowledge that I had, like kind of my own flavor to it, and just like did it my own way, So that's kind of like, I feel like I had a base by just watching them.
So you pretty much grew your brand from the start of March, right?
Yeah.
Within 6 months, you grew your brand to a 6-figure brand.
Yeah.
So like, what gems would you give people that are starting a clothing line or just a brand in general? Like what tips would you give them to help them reach the same goals that you reach?
Yeah, first thing I would say is just don't half-ass nothing. Like, I make this shit look easy because, I really don't, half-ass nothing. Like I really like, I rather just kind of put my all into it and know every aspect and avenue of what I'm doing, I feel like I just don't cut corners. So when I start something, I just really give it my all for real. Like I just do not cut corners at all. And then like, so once you got that mentality of like, all right, I'm not going to half-ass nothing and you want to get started now, then it's like, all right, don't do it for the money. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, it's like 6-figure brand and, 6 months that don't mean nothing to me. What really means the world to me is the fact that like there's thousands of people who actually enjoy my brand. You know what I'm saying? Like enjoy my clothes, enjoy like, the fact that I am trying to inspire people, I am trying to push people, and just showcase like, that it's way more than life than just, even a 9 to 5. Even though I do respect the 9 to 5s, I was just doing it. So, the biggest thing too. So besides even those things, it definitely is to take that time and try to gain the knowledge. Like, like I said, I started on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was really on YouTube, like learning how to use Adobe Illustrator so I can make my mock-ups.
Yeah.
I used, going through the Real Tez and Hollywood Shack, going to those master classes, and they still offer these classes to this day. Every Thursday, it's like 8 p.m. a Zoom link. You know what I'm saying? You just got to go on their little link in their bio, and they offer a master class. And they give you all the game you possibly can need to start your brand today. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I took and acted on it. I ain't just watch and listen and then try to apply it. You know what I'm saying? Like I actually tried to apply it and do it my own way. But I had a vision where I wanted to make it a household brand. So that's where the whole you don't half-ass nothing, because if you want to make your brand like a household brand instead of looking like you just trying to make a buck, you really have to give it your all. You see what I'm saying? Like. So that's kind of like the difference of like what I did comparison to like what they was telling you, because they just gonna tell you how to start a brand. Yeah. Like I figured out how I wanted to make a household brand.
So I'll say, like if we're doing it in steps, right? Because we all three of us engineers.
So we think about stuff methodologically.
So step one is the inspiration. Yeah. Learning the knowledge, right? You have a game plan in your head, right? Step two is finding, the proper manufacturer. Yeah. So what tips would you give people starting a clothing brand, like when they're looking for manufacturers? What tips would you give them?
So there's two different options on that one. You could go the overseas route, or you could go the in-state route. I am not too versed in the in-state route, so I will not give any advice on that. Some people do like the whole concept of made in America. It's one of them things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, so to me, I do the overseas route, and I do that through Alibaba. You know, so Alibaba is really just like a platform that has all the manufacturers, and I kid you not, you literally can make anything on there. You know what I'm saying? Like all the way down to clothes, duffel bags. Even if you want to make a freaking canopy for like an outdoor, you know what I'm saying? You can do anything on there.
So how do you navigate Alibaba? Because I know like a lot of people, when they go on the website, they'll just search for like athletic shirts, right, or like t-shirts.
It might get a little overwhelming.
It gets overwhelming when you go on there. So how do you navigate it?
Like to find like a good manufacturer on Alibaba, there's a couple ways. So like you gotta peep the signs for sure. Like, and what I mean by that is like there's gonna be manufacturers on there that's like press. I mean they're all on there, especially overseas. They all press.
They need to get paid.
Like,
you
know what I'm saying?
Money,
like they all press, but it's just like there's this thing called a RFQ, which means request for quotations. That's what it means. And like, so on there, you could actually go out on there and be like, all right, I want to make a hoodie, and I want it to be like this GSM or ounces, however you know what I'm saying. And you can write that in the RFQ, and there's gonna be a bunch of people like who's gonna see it and be like, all right, I could do that. Let me reach out to them. So that's one way to do it. If you just want to just get people to reach out to you. Also, if you're just looking for things and you're scrolling, to me, I just look at like the reviews. You know what I'm saying? I also like when I'm talking to them, the number one thing, these are two questions I always ask a manufacturer when I meet them. Two questions. I ask them, can I see their previous past work? Show, like if I'm trying to make a varsity jacket, can you show me your varsity jackets you made in the past? And then another one is, can like, what is it? Past work or just simply like simple. It's like, can they make what I'm trying to do? Like you should come to them with some type of design, and really ask like, can you make this? You know what I'm saying? Like,
can you deliver on my vision?
Right. Facts. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because and they're gonna try to give you the runaround if they can't do it. Once you start getting the runaround, just go off of the fact that they just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you want to stick to your vision at the end of the day. Because they're going to tell you, like, no, we can't do this, but we could change it to this color. Like, if you didn't want it that color, you know what I'm saying? Don't
stray from it.
Find a manufacturer that actually is going to make what you can make, what you want. You see what I'm saying? Like, don't be, just give in to anybody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Look at the reviews. They have reviews on all the manufacturers. Their website, they have reviews. And then, like I said, go ask them, like, what have they made in the past?
So, stemming on, like, staying strong set on what you want to do in your vision, do you think you have anybody that really inspired you? Like anybody that really pushed you into your brand, or anybody that really showed you like, this is the person I truly want to be at the end of the day?
Honestly, like when it comes to like my brand, I inspired me. I ain't gonna lie. And the only reason
that's
hold on,
honest.
hear me out.
That's
The only reason I say that is because like my whole brand is being very organic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like my whole brand is being me. You see what I'm saying? Like so it's like I really when it comes to like when you say like, you know, when it's all set in stone, like who I want to be at the very end, I want to be me at the very end. You see what I'm saying? Like, so that's what I mean by I wasn't inspired by nobody, but there was a big, like, the biggest influence for me was the journey that I had with engineering. That's why my brand is called Engineered by Dre. You know, like, so the whole Engineered by Dre is really a pun to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it took me 10 years to have an engineering degree. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It took me 3 months to have a successful business. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, my journey of going to school for engineering and like realizing that like, man, like I'm bumping my head so much. Like this is, and it's feel like little reward for me. You know what I'm saying? Took me like every year I'm going into trying to get this degree and it wasn't, you know, moving the way I wanted to do. You know, I had to leave Western, I had to restart over, go to Eastern, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, man.
Damn, you went West.
I mean, I was about to say, shoot, we could do
went all across the state.
a quick 2-minute deep dive in that. So
all
like,
over.
what happened? What was your spiel? Like, how did your career look as far as a collegiate student?
Man,
Like, where'd you start out at?
I was fucking up bad. I ain't gonna lie. Like when I came to Western, I was just, you know, like when you transfer, like you don't get the, like you don't. I was never a bad student. The issue was like when you transfer, you don't get the same GPAs when you came in.
Yeah, that's
it's
facts.
like you start with a brand new, like you literally start with a zero
It's a new
GPA.
slate. It's a new
so
slate.
whatever you get on your first semester, that's what you're
That's
gonna be
your
rolling
GPA.
with. You know what I'm saying? You got to remember, you know, C's get degrees in engineering.
Hey, that's facts.
You see what I'm saying?
That's
but we
facts.
also know that C's don't boost your GPA.
Nah.
So I was passing on my class with C's, but my GPA was still going down. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm working 2 jobs, going to school full time. You see what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you see me, I was stressing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was really in them classes stressing out. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't even enjoy like the fun stuff because I was always busy working or grinding. You know what I'm saying? I was missing out on a lot of stuff, and I still was failing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, once I left Western, I just restarted over, got my ducks in a row, went to Eastern, and just really grinded out. I was on the dean's list, the honors list, the whole time I was at Eastern. I graduated. You know what I'm saying? And here we are now.
That was the story.
So when you started the brand, you were working for one of the big 3,
GM, General Motors,
making a good amount.
Yeah.
6-figure shorty. Let's say it
So
like that.
you was managing that job, your 6-figure business. So
Hold on. Before we even, because I actually started my brand while I was in college.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because I graduated this year. I graduated in April
Just
this
in-
year.
that's what I said,
Yeah, I started like all of this like to build the brand.
So you was still working 2 jobs, starting the business, then went to a 9 to 5, still with the business.
Still had a social life too, because I was about to say
Still had a social
it wasn't
life.
a function he wasn't at, or at least showing face at.
To now running a
he'd be out.
full-time job.
Yeah.
So how much did that play on your mental health?
That's different, man.
Oh yeah, no, I was stressed. I mean, I wasn't too stressed because, like I said, I was already just coming from like an aspect where it's like I was already working 2 jobs, going to school full time. You know what I'm saying? So, like when it came down to me trying to start a business, it did like alleviate a lot of things once I got it done because my business kind of took off from the start. You see what I'm saying? Like, so once you start seeing some income coming in, you know, it's like, all right, like even when I am stressed, like it's like I got money coming in. You know what I'm saying? So it's helping. You know, it's helping alleviate that stress for sure. You know, now I'm stress free. You know what I mean? Like, I just stress myself out at this point.
So what did you do like during that time where you were working 2 jobs, still in school, managing this business? How did you help gain clarity during that time? Like what did you do to help with your mental health?
Like, you have any routines or anything what brings you like peace?
That's pretty much.
Like, truly, what brings you peace?
Man, honestly, like just trying to duck off for real. Like I feel like that was the biggest thing. Like sometimes I'll just go into like a little a little way where it's just like I just rather be to myself. And then like once I start feeling that urgency that like I need to be myself, I just act on it. I'm just like I just rather go ghost. You know what I'm saying? Because like I feel like that's when I feel better. Is when I feel like I escaped the world. You know what I'm saying? Like when I feel like I'm not obligated to talk to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like so once I just being able to lock in and just like just cut off the world, that's when I actually feel better sometimes. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, shoot, like we can go into the next question and just like understand, like you grew a 6-figure business in a matter of 3 months. So like, can you share some like strategies and like key tactics that you targeted in doing this?
Yeah, for me, it was never about the money. So I was always just trying to get exposure. Like exposure is the key. Like I don't know if we could put that word, but exposure is the fucking key, man. Like literally, I kid you not. Because the way I look at it, as the way us engineers do, we do data analytics. So it's like for me, I try to get 100 people to see it, because I'm gonna hope that the 10 people will buy it. Those 10 people will get 100 people to see it, and then now another 10 people will buy
Marketing.
it. You see what I'm saying?
At
So
its
I look
essentials.
at it just like, and now I have thousands of people, coming to my page a month, but my whole theory was, let me just get it seen, make a high quality garment, and get it seen, and then like, how do you want to get them sales starting out? I did testers, and I never told anybody this. When I started my brand, I pretty much gave them shirts out for free. That first pre-order for Capsule 1, I literally gave it because most people, if you like, your price is your price. 100% get that. But me, I wasn't worried about the money. I wasn't worried about trying to make some money. I just wanted to get them shirts to people, and it, so I literally pretty much was giving out the shirts. I was selling them for $90 at this, even though I know my shirt is worth $200 at, you know what I'm saying? Like,
This boy feel real thick right now. I feel like I gotta get this boy dry clean.
I'm really for the people. You see what I'm saying? So it's like I really not even trying to be high end brand for real. I don't want to be like that. But at the same time, it's like when I started out, I lowballed my shirt. So people ate that up. You see, especially like, me being in the sneaker world, it's like, man, if you see a good deal on a shoe, you gonna grab it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and for what? Yeah. So it's like, it was the same concept. It's like, all right, I'm gonna lowball this shirt, and more people will buy it. More people will expose it, and I will get the back end on that, because more people will come to my page and follow me, and they're gonna be future clientels. I'm here for the long term. You know what I'm saying? I'm here like, how do I build like the future? You know what I'm saying? Like if I could get 100 people, 100 new followers
today, but at the same time though, that's not promised. All right. So how do you feel like you were to react if that didn't happen? Because at the same time, you want to get the marketing, you want to sustain people, you want to grow value in that, and let your brand just be shown. But if it didn't happen, I know we don't like doing what if analysis, but what if that happened?
Yeah, no, I don't do plan Bs, man.
It ain't no plan B. Plan A the only thing.
Hey, I don't do plan Bs.
Plan A the only thing.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't even get into the hypotheticals, man. Like I know what I'm on, man. I really stand on that, man. I'm really true to my vision and my plan and my ideas. I really do. Like, because I genuinely do feel like I think about all the consequences, all the pros and cons. So it's like when I go and do something, I genuinely feel like I did it off of just me did all my research on it,
Hence Engineered by Dre.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel it. I feel it for sure.
I don't half-ass nothing, man. I really, you know what I'm saying? I really like that when it comes to trying my best at something,
Yep.
So there's one thing that I know a lot of people really don't talk about, and that's having an ad strategy. Especially when starting a clothing brand versus already being established.
All right.
So if you don't mind just telling us the difference between your ad strategy starting off versus what you do now for ads.
Yeah, when it comes to the Instagram ad, so Instagram lets you choose the demographic of what you're how you making the ad.
Right.
A lot of people do not know how to make an ad because they would just they think more is going to get you more. Like the more things you put on that demographic list is going to get you more views. And that's actually not the case because hypothetically, not a hypothetical, it's legit. It's legit. If you put your demographic as 20, age range 20 to 60, right? You think a 60-year-old really want to care what kind of shirt I got, hoodie I got? You see what I'm saying?
Nah.
So it's like you need to target.
So know your target
so know
audience.
your niche in a way.
Yeah.
Right.
Know your niche.
So when you make your ad, you make your ad based off of what you want to target. Do not make your ad off thinking all right, I'm gonna just put all the states, all the cities, all the age range, and just, you know, let it fly. Because then you are getting your stuff seen by the people who do not care.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a waste,
so
honestly.
I really target my ads and how I want it to be seen and who I wanted to see it. You know?
Yeah, no, ads.
That's a gem for you.
I was about to say dropping gems. But shoot, so like with many entrepreneurs and like facing challenges early on, like can you describe some like obstacles that you might have faced, like trying to start your brand, whether it was like within yourself, whether it was with the brand, whatever it was?
It's trying to bring on people to like for help. You know what I'm saying? I think that was the biggest obstacle for me because like I would have like, you know, people come over and help me ship out orders, and they in here fucking up. You know what I'm saying? Like not knowing. Don't get me wrong. They you know, they trying their best, and I'm not. You know, I appreciate all the help I had, but at the same time, it's like that's why I really had to like even quit my job and focus on this full time, because it's like I can't keep relying on help that's not going to actually really, you know what I'm saying?
Execute.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Because like that's bringing me issues in the long run. Now I gotta I handle all the aspects of this brand, right? I gotta handle these emails. I gotta, you know, handle my fulfillment. You know, I gotta handle, you know, just all even my Instagram with everybody trying to reach out to me, ask me things. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if I could avoid as many things as I can, I'm gonna try to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like if I know a problem will happen if I have this person come in and they're helping me, you know, ship out orders, and they don't really know what they're doing, and they just, you know, mess up some things, you know, that's coming back on me. You know what I'm saying?
But part of that, like, how do you think you handle that? Whether you got friends versus people that you actually hiring, though?
Well,
that become an iffy situation.
This is where the engineering comes from.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So like, I was focusing on how can I like reduce human error. You know what I'm saying?
Pokio.
You see what I'm saying?
Pokio.
This is where so it's like I was trying to like create ways where they cannot fuck up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So like the whole time I'm still evolving the brand, right? And every month, like I'm literally adding I'm implementing new things to kind of make it in my warehouse, like where I could have the fulfillment where it's like they cannot mess up. Like the way my warehouse is set up, it's like you cannot mess it up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of the biggest thing for me is like, all right, when I have an issue, I'm an engineer. I'm gonna figure out how to do problem solving, and that's exactly what I do. You know, so when I get an issue, I just apply my engineering understanding. And all right, if my issue is human, how do I reduce human error?
Yep.
That's the first thing I think about.
So earlier we talked about ads, right? So do you tackle like each different social media a certain way, or do you like go at each social media the same way in a sense?
Man, I don't really know Instagram for real. Like Facebook is just for the fam. TikTok, I don't understand at all. So I just the algorithm, I don't get that actually. Like I got like 8,000 followers on there, and like I just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like so I rarely actually post on there. You know what I'm saying?
So you mainly be posting on Instagram.
But honestly though, a lot of people don't really realize I really don't post a lot of my own content. I actually post other people's content. So so the strategy for me is like I started off by being a content creator. I started off by, you know, promoting other people's brands all the time. Yeah. So even if like you knew that I used to do that as a brand, because let's say you right now if you had a polo hat on or a polo hoodie and you try to post it and tag Ralph Lauren, they ain't gonna see it. They ain't even gonna like your photo, do nothing
at all.
But if you know that you could like rock this brand and you could get like, you know,
exposure.
Right, especially if you're a person who wanted to, you know, make content one day. There's a lot of people actually do want to make content, so they will make content in my brand, post it, and I'm seeing it because I always want to see it. I really want to see it, you know. So I repost everybody's content. You know what I'm saying? I would even, you know, reach out to them. I'd tell them like, man, you walk that fit down. I'm showing love to them. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing all of that. You know what I'm saying? So, for me, when it comes to like the social media, I really encourage like people to, you know, to promote my brand because I'm gonna promote them. Yeah.
But at the same time, like a lot of people are selfish. I'm not gonna say in certain communities, but I'm more so just gonna say in like overall, like people are just selfish in their own aspect. So how do you kind of navigate that and still know like, hey, if I repost you, you'll never feel a certain type of way if somebody don't repost you, do you? Or like, do you? I don't know how you feel.
Nah, I don't be caught up in all that stuff for real. Nah. But I mean, honestly, like, I do, like, you know, just me being very organic. It's like, I really be on, like, some, like, I want to support everybody, you know? So, like, even to this day, like, you know, I have a popping brand, but to this day, I still promote other brands all the time.
I mean, you kind of, in a way, like, actually not even in a way, but you're literally promoting our brand, having us on this boy.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, you showing us major love. I ain't gonna
straight love right now being shown.
No, like, I mean, I don't gain anything by taking away from somebody. You see what I'm saying? Like, literally, like, you know, so it's like, for me, like, I don't mind showing love, promoting brands. I don't mind doing none of that. That's why and if anybody's seeing this, like, if you got a brand and you want some exposure, tap in with me. Like, I say that all the time. Like, literally, I have no problem showing love. If it's fire, I'm aware. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just tap in with me. I definitely want to support everybody. I want to see everybody. Everybody can win, for real. Like I said, I don't get too caught up in the money and the fortune, the fame, none of that. Like I just want to create. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to create. You know, I want to take care of my mom, dukes. You see what I'm saying? Like, I want to take care of my dog. You feel me? Like, I'm just, you know, I'm really a real person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to live my life. You see what I'm saying? Like, so I just try to, you know, that's what I be on, for real.
I mean, a lot of times we struggle with that transparency aspect as far as, like, seeing where a person truly comes from and seeing that we are human. Because, like, we'd be like, oh, this IG model, or oh, this IG, like, this content creator, and we focus in on that. Right. But, like, what would you recommend for somebody that's starting out fresh, completely fresh? They not known by too many people. They still literally trying to get some motion going on. What's the top three things you would say that they need to focus on as a person?
For me, like, so hopefully this could probably answer all the three, for real. Because like, before I sold anything, I sold my name. You know what I'm saying? Like, so before I had a brand, I was really trying to be known for fashion. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was already building a platform, like, in my platform, were people who was into my fashion. You know what I'm saying? Especially since, like, I make clothes for people of my shop, my type. You know what I'm saying? Like, stockier men who got the baller belly. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, little titties that here and there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really what I make my brand is for. Like, you know, for the bigger people to be comfortable in what they wear and still have some fly shit. You see what I'm saying? So, like, for me, like, before I even had a brand, I was doing my content creating. I was being known in that world for, like, making reels and promoting the brands. And what I mean by that is, like, when I was gaining followers, they were people who were into, like, fashion. You know, so when it came down to me to drop some clothes, I already had a clientele of people who were into fashion. Like I said, it's all about targeting. Like, you don't want to just have people who won't support you following you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to have people who just in the way. You need to target. Like, if you trying to get ahead and you trying to really elevate, you need to target the right people for everything. You know what I'm saying? So that's even how I do it. Even when I'm going about, and, like, you know, I'm connected with a bunch of, you know, big names and influencers and rappers and basketball players and, you know, all of that different stuff. But that's just me trying to target the right audience to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and I do it. Even the influencers I have on, who I wear, I send things out monthly to. You know, like, they make the videos for it, and their clientele is targeted to fashion, and, you know what I'm saying. So it's really just like, when you're trying to do it, just target the right, you know, the right people you want to have. And it'll give you that stepping stone, for real, if you just target it right.
Shoot, honestly, that's a struggle though. Like, I know you done been in Babyface Ray. I didn't know I done seen him with your shirt. I done seen a couple other people with your shirt, but it's like the same time, like, how do you go from here as far as everything just being a mental goal and just seeing, I know I could see this, but at the same time, I don't know how to execute. Like, what does that type of aspect go as far as, like, reaching out to somebody that is a potential brand ambassador or somebody that can potentially get you that exposure? Like, how do you go about going about that? That's a struggle, because it's just like, it's a leap of faith in a way.
No, I mean, definitely, like, you should always be reaching out to them, though, on social media. You know, I mean, even though a lot of them don't really run their accounts if they real big, you know, still give it a try, you know. Also, just, like, really getting, like, because I do a lot of, like, you know, work off of social media. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really be, like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I really be around, like, you know, in that environment, just off camera type shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I make a move just by just being in the right place, you know, at the right time. You know what I'm saying? So, So that's another thing too. It's like you kind of gotta, be around and just, and try to move around. You know what I'm saying? Like if you think you about to just do everything sitting at the comfort of your home, your bed, then it's like, bro, you ain't gonna get far. You know what I'm saying? Like, could I really be out promoting my brand? Like this even, I went viral last month. Cause I had like it was like 20 people in Delmar with my shirt on. At one time. You know what I'm saying? Like
I saw that.
It looked like an Engineered by Dre day in there. You know what I'm saying? Like I had the whole club flooded. But that's just how I moved though. You know what I'm saying? Like, like you gotta really make them moves to make it look like, and this is really the biggest thing. Like you really wanna move like you great now. So it's like, a lot of the brands that even like the big influencer names that a lot of them come to me now.
Yeah.
Like when I first started, I used to I had a list of everybody I wanted to connect with. I promise you, half that list came to me because like I literally move like I'm great now. You know what I'm saying? So these people wasn't hesitant to connect with me and they don't really feel like I'm a begging brand because I move like I'm great. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want anybody to feel like I'm a begging brand. That's why I don't ask nobody to buy my clothes.
Yeah.
I don't ask nobody to buy my clothes.
It just happens.
I say it's out. I say it's now available.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not telling you to go, hey, man, come shop. I don't reach out to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't do none of that. I move like I'm great now. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of, like, tailored my whole, like, mindset to, like, all right, where I want to be at in 10 years of my brand, that's how I'm going to move right now. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's kind of like how I treat all of this. So it's like, even when I do meet, like a big name, like, with like, they don't really feel like they helping me out. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's more easier for them to work with me because I'm coming correct. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it ain't no like, oh, what you need, I got you, take care of you, here you go, take that type thing.
Right.
So I mean, on top of that, what are you working on next? What's your ideal situation? Like your ideal platform? What audiences do you want to reach?
Right. I mean, bro, I'm just getting started. Like, if we being honest,
Bro, this
like,
is only your first year.
we not even.
Wait,
We not.
how many months
Yeah, we not even.
For real?
We like this. That's a question that you would ask when you hit a year in. You know what I'm saying?
no,
Like,
that's
or
wild.
even a couple years in. Like, I'm literally just started, man.
That's
like,
wild.
I'm really just like, I'm just gonna keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like, and just seeing how far I could go. Cause like, if this is how I'm starting, imagine what I could do when I really get like the financial backing to like, all right, now I could go bigger. You know what I'm saying? And then I get the right, the right names. Like I'm working on a partnership with the Detroit Pistons right now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's amazing. Bro.
yeah, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
amazing,
So it's
for
like,
real.
once like you can start, I'm gonna speak that to existence now. But at the same time, it's like once you just
Manifest.
lock in those big things, it's like, man, it's really limitless. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I targeted right. To be able to sit down with the Pistons, I targeted like right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't just like I just walked in there and said, hey, I got a brand. Like, man, I targeted right. I did exactly what I needed to do it. You know what I'm saying?
So speaking of manifesting, right? A little earlier, you talked about a list of celebrities, artists, movie stars, whatever. You said you had a list of people that you want to work with.
Bro, I wrote my whole entire brand down in my note tab of my phone. That is like my Bible, bro.
So who is the number one person that you have yet to work with that you plan on working with within the next years?
We already know it's gonna happen.
It's gonna
with
happen.
you, so we already know.
Who's number one on that list?
Number one, I actually would say it probably would have been the Pistons.
Oh, the Pistons?
Yeah, I really
Dang.
wanted that partnership with the Pistons, honestly. And we getting close. I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting real close to that. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's like some hometown hero shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, to
That's
really
your-
like to see like Detroit Pistons ex Engineered by Dre. Like, that's some real
Cause the
hometown.
DJ that one day had her shirt
in the-
on.
in the
She had
first-
the shirt on.
In the first, no, it was my boy Kev.
Oh,
Kev,
wait, yeah. I'm like,
Kev.
somebody
Well,
had the
I
shirt on.
I didn't even know Kev. So what happened was, so Kevin is the announcer for the Pistons, right?
Okay.
He's the MC.
He
So,
replaced
like,
Mason?
I don't know who Mason is.
Mason is like the old 04 Pistons.
Oh,
He was
yeah,
like
yeah,
04 to
yeah,
like
yeah.
oh.
That person out of there. Then. Kev, he the guy for sure. But yeah, no. So the first week that I started my brand, I didn't even have clothes. Like I said, it was a pre-order, so I only had my samples.
Yeah.
Man, Kev loved my stuff. He randomly seen it through an Instagram ad because, like I said, I'm targeting. So he seen the Instagram ad and like, bro, this is fire. And you from Detroit? You local? I'm like, yeah, man. I went on his page and I seen him. I'm like, bro, he the MC. Instantly had a lock in. I'm like, man,
Clutch.
I'm a what size you know what I'm saying? Like he said he was an XL. I'm like, bet. I literally gave this man the shirt off my back, bro. Swear to God, not even joking. I didn't have no clothes. I gave him the shirt off my back so he could wear it to the game. You know, obviously I cleaned it. You know, it wasn't like that.
Like, here you go.
Yeah, I cleaned it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same, I'm being real though. Like I literally I needed that. I wasn't gonna miss out on no opportunity like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that was my only like sample in the blue cut. Like when I first started my Capsule One. You know what I'm saying? Like I really needed that shirt. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I needed to do more work with it. I had to promote it. Yeah. I literally gave him that shirt and said, hey man, I just want to see you with it on the Jumbotron. Man. Literally I paid tickets, I went to the game and watched my shirt on the Jumbotron.
It's so many people that I seen tap in. I was watching your story. Literally every single, it was at least about 9 people that was talking about.
And I hit him up while I was there. And just off the strength of him, he being a real one, he just told me to come down on the floor and we got to take some pictures with it. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up for real.
Yeah, like you got to take a picture with it while I was on the floor. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, that was my first week ever opening business. So that right there was like, honestly, that was probably the biggest moment of my career. Because like, that was like that real fuel to the flyer. Cause it's like, man, like, this just went crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like my stuff was seen on a Jumbotron by the whole Detroit Pistons, and anybody else was watching this game on live TV right now. You know what I'm saying? So like, in one day, I done had thousands of people see that shirt. Yeah. In one day.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So that was like really like the fuel to like, man, like I just love that drive. Like it's just something about it. That's when I knew that like I'm really an entrepreneur. Cause literally before I had my brand, I never wanted to be an entrepreneur. I actually used to be like, man, they weird. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all want to just be out here working 24/7. That's what you know what I'm saying? I'm over here like
9 to 5.
You don't know. You don't know when you gonna make some money. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really like, and then like when I got in it, like I said, I had a job. I was going to school. I knew what I was about to be doing, so I wasn't really too like thinking about the money. Because I knew I was going to make it. My still with GM, I knew I was going to make a 9 to 5 at the end of the day. I thought I was going to be a 9 to 5 with a brand. That's what I thought. You know what I'm saying? And then as soon as I had Kevin that shirt and got it on the Jumbotron, that's when it brought the fuel that like, man, I want to be an entrepreneur. Because like that high of like knowing that like that happened for my brand, I was locked in ever since, man. That meant more to me than anything. And I just been, on that ever since.
Yeah.
So you talked about your first capsule was pre-ordered. So would you recommend like people starting a brand to do pre-orders like straight out the gate? Or would you recommend them like having an inventory and then going that route?
No, I'll do pre-orders for real. Yeah, okay. Like if you have a brand and you want to start, I would definitely say start with the pre-orders. Only because it's like you really don't have no financial like backing from your brand. Like you will be spending your own personal money to go towards your brand when you really want your brand to be paying for everything for your brand. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You don't want your personal funds to go into your brand. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so you make your samples with your personal money, obviously, but buying a bulk order, I mean, that's expensive. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about some big money now to be trying to, your bulk order will be more than what you probably get paid in a month. You see what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, well, at least for mine, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, doing the pre-order route, it's just more safe. You know what I'm saying? Like, but also like you need to over communicate to your clientele that like this is a pre-order. This is gonna take 4 to 6 weeks. It's gonna be 2 weeks of probably promoting and collecting pre-orders and a good 4 weeks for my manufacturer to make it. You see what I'm saying? So it's like they need to know that, and you know what I'm saying. But, so I would just definitely do the pre-order route, market as much as you possibly can, pay for them ads, target the ads though, and really and lock in influencers, get them to see your brand and pass out shirts to the influencers all the time, give it to them, people who have a following, people who have a clothing following at that. Me, my demographic is a little bit different because I have women as well. So I try to like target women, women influencers who actually have a big woman clientele. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like however you wanted to target your brand, like the brand that you kind of want to make. If you have a streetwear brand, if you have like a high-end fancy brand, like if you're selling suits, you want to like lock in with people who really into that type of fashion. Yeah.
So I mean, at this point, if somebody has made it through this podcast up to this point, because I know we at least, honestly, I don't even know how many minutes we in. But to this point, chronologically, Can you kind of go through the steps of how your brand started to where your brand is at right now?
So we're doing like step 1, step 2?
Some overall view type stuff. Because I know we touched on a lot of points, but at the same time, like a lot of people are listening just to understand, like, hey, if I got my brand, how am I gonna start this? Like, where do I start at? Like, who do I reach out to? What do I do? I'm trying to bank on myself, but where do I go?
Yeah, no, I'll give it a little crash course to it all, like how Engineered by Dre became this in fucking 6 months.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's still crazy.
That's still wild. Literally.
All right, so first you need to actually, decide if that's what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, 10 years I was into fashion. I mean, actually my whole life I was into fashion, and I didn't act on it. You know what I'm saying? So I made that decision that like, that's what I want to do. Then from there, I went into, you got to get on the business side of things. So some people don't do this route first, but me, I'm a legitimate man. I do good business. So I went and got my LLC. I went and got my EIN. I actually have a corporate lawyer. I have all of that, So I went that route of just making sure I'm legitimate first. So legitimacy, and then once you're legitimate, start designing. Because you want to come correct when you go to your manufacturers.
Yeah.
So after you become legitimate, start designing, learn how to design, no matter how you want to do it. I went the Adobe Illustrator way. Then you can learn how to make mock-ups. And, literally you just Google how to make mock-ups on YouTube. And literally it would be 1,000 videos to show you how to make a mock-up. Literally a shirt with designs, it'll show you everything. And then you just, then from there, you figure out how you want to do the manufacturing. If you want to do in the US or you want to do overseas. Like I said, I don't know much about in the US, but at the same time, overseas, you can find all the manufacturers on Alibaba. There are US manufacturers on Alibaba. They're just very slim. So yes, Alibaba. And then from there, you want to make sure you're getting the right products. So really stand on your word of what you're trying to do. Make sure you get your right quality, because they will try to sell you anything. The best way to avoid getting the wrong products into you is over communicate what you want with them, especially if you're dealing with a foreign manufacturer. Over communicate. That's the biggest advice when it comes to dealing with them, is over communicate. And then from there, once you get your product, start promoting, going crazy with the ads. Definitely do the pre-order route. If this is your first time dropper ever, do the pre-order route. If you already have some revenue, you can go ahead and buy the bulk. I personally did a pre-order route so I could, like I said, I'm an engineer. I do my data analytics. So I figured out how many I could be selling on average. So I worked my way up to be, or in the range where I could be selling like 1,000 pieces a month. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't start like that though. So, and I didn't just jump into that because I didn't want to be a brand that just has stuff sitting. People come to me all the time like, bro, I'm about to fight you because your stuff is sold out. You see what I'm saying? And I love that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love that they want to scrap me over that shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, I had to build a brand to be exclusive. If you don't want an exclusive brand, that's cool. So if you just want to just make some money, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But I wanted my brand to be selling out every month. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so I feel like holiday time's coming up, right? We got Halloween, Thanksgiving.
Today's all right. We're not
Christmas.
even gonna say what today is, but we're in October.
We in prime time right
We in
now.
October
We
right
in
now.
fourth quarter. See, this is fourth quarter Kobe right here.
Can we look forward to seeing any like holiday theme
Anything you about to
merch?
drop?
Anything? We ain't even mentioned the bags that are sitting behind us.
We already know you him. So what's up? What's
I'm
next?
Going crazy. I got so much stuff dropping for the rest of the year. Honestly, my goal right now is I'm dropping something new every 2 weeks.
Oh,
For the rest of the year.
Capsules or just dropping?
Just dropping new things. Like, I got so much stuff in the works. You know what I'm saying? Like, and honestly, all I needed was some money. You know what I'm saying? Like, to keep this brand going. And that's for a lot, and that's what a lot of people will say the same thing. Like, if you have a vision and, it really just take money to back it. You know what I'm saying? So once I got my brand off the ground, people are now seeing like what I really could do.
Right.
It wasn't, this ain't no facade. Like, I'm really like that when it comes to this fashion stuff. And I'm proving it every time that I'm showcasing new stuff. They're like, damn, that's
He drop it again, sold out.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he going crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but it's like, man, I'm really just getting started. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't even nowhere near like, what I'm about to be doing in the future and how I want my brand to be.
5 years from now, where do you see yourself? Where do you see this brand?
Ideally.
Man, I mean,
Nah, speak
I
that.
want to.
Speaking into
I definitely want to
existence.
be able to go back to this video like 5 years and be like, man, like I did exactly what I said I was gonna do, because that's really how I be thinking. So literally 5 years from now, I hope to have a dog ass warehouse. I'm talking like a big ass warehouse.
Yeah.
Like my creative space. Like I could just do whatever in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, warehouse, I could create, I could just, you know, have the homies kicking, you know what I'm saying? However I want to play it, I want to play it in there.
Yep.
Stores, I don't really know if I want a storefront, you know what I'm saying? Like the overhead, you know, all of that stuff. I don't mind being e-commerce for real. You know?
Real engineering.
But honestly, like I rather probably like do like a pop-ups, you know what I'm saying? Like at bigger spots, you know? Like, and this actually is a real thing that I did lock in. So actually for the rest of the year, actually for my whole like floor season package, or actually like I'm going to be doing pop-ups at the Pistons. I don't have a partnership with them yet.
Yeah.
But for the rest of the year,
You're gonna be doing
all
pop-up.
my capsules will be now pop-ups at the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah.
And that's actually the first time I told anybody that.
That's wild.
That's big.
That's wild.
Yeah, nobody know that yet
That's
though.
wild.
I can't wait to announce that. I wanted to announce it officially, but no, I mean, whoever see it now. But no, like I locked in like where I will have a table on the concourse there, and I'll be nobody can physically leave with it, but I'll be doing my pop-ups there. It's like we working on everything, but
And then they can do online orders from that.
Got you.
So kind of like if you at the Pistons game, and you could even buy a ticket through me now, like you could even like you pretty much would be able to buy the shirt. Yeah.
Got you. Shoot, I mean, like almost like a last touching point. I know you talked about the youth. That was a big focus of yours, like focusing on STEM, focusing on kids understanding like it's bigger than what you in right now. You want to touch on that a little bit, understanding like what you ideally want to do long term with that?
Yeah. So the goal behind the Engineered by Dré is actually to have a nonprofit, and that I do plan on launching that next summer, 2024. It's going to be a nonprofit, and it's going to be highlighting kids to promote STEM, also business, and also fashion. Yeah, which is literally like a big umbrella of me.
I was about to say, yeah. It's
So
different,
like,
but
those are 3 things that I organically understand. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't go to school for business. I didn't go to school to be, a fashion enthusiast, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I did go to school for engineering. It took me a good decade. You know what I'm saying? I did that shit. I definitely want to promote STEM. We need to increase the black engineers, and the youth is who could do it right now. You know, so I want to just promote it, let them know that that's a real field. It's a great career. Yep. It's a meal ticket for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely want to see more black engineers, and the youth is how we going to attack it.
Oh, that's what's up. I mean, really, that's honestly all the questions I got.
That's all the questions I got.
Hey, I mean, it's been real, very organic. You feel me? It's your boy Tay.
It's your boy Dev.
I'm Dre. Yeah.
Hey, we here, episode 14. Peace. Appreciate y'all.